grab that right there. Are you ready? Is you ready?
Ready.
You say you ready. Whole squad ready.
Ready.
Is you ready? Are you ready?
Ready.
Is you ready? Whole squad ready. We came here to see Jet. What you got? No, no, no. Not on my watch.
No way.
Being the leader isn't something that's hard to me because it's just something that I naturally am. I just kind of go out there and I just be me and, you know, guys feed off of it. Bringing positive energy, that's a leader, you know. Someone who's willing to put in the work and encourage his teammates, that's a leader. And, you know, hopefully guys can learn from that.
I am who I am. You know, the guys, they love me and accept me for who I am. And, you know, I talk when I can talk or want to talk. And, you know, I lead by example. That's just who I am and what I've always been. But as far as just the leadership stuff, yeah, I'm just keep being me.
Eighth-year vet Kenny Clark has more NFL experience than the rest of Green Bay's D-line room combined. And he's putting it to good use, leading the way for his budding protege, Devontae White.
He's been doing great. He's been twitchy, came back in great shape. He's coming in with the right intentions every single day to get better. You know, we expect a lot of him, man. He accepting the challenge and he's fighting for it every day.
I've been working my ass off this whole offseason, and I'm definitely prepared. Just letting them know I'm here this year. I'm not here to play, proving the point to myself, my family, my teammates, and fans.
Another up-and-coming pass rusher hailing from the SEC, rookie Colby Wooden, who's already making a name for himself in Green Bay.
You know, he's a great kid, first and foremost. I love his approach to the game. He's working, he's studying his butt off. He's doing everything he can, and we're gonna have to count on him.
You know, he's extremely versatile. He can play all the positions, extremely smart too. You know, coach threw him right into the fire as soon as he got here. He, you know, hit the ground running with it. So he's twitchy, another athletic guy, you know, that can get in creases and do a good job at slanting. Got strong hands and stuff like that. So I'm gonna continue to just keep on pushing him and keep working with him, and you know, excited for his growth.
The ultimate protein shake?
Oh Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna pass because I don't want to embarrass myself.
See, I'm a basic guy, so I don't really like too much in my shakes.
Okay, protein shake I can do.
Okay, we're gonna do a strawberry core power as a base.
2 egg whites.
I just like strawberry, banana, add the protein in there. Make it a little sweet.
Honey and chia seeds.
Granola.
The vanilla way, and some bananas. I like the sweet.
Collagen.
Gotta throw a little ice in there to make it chill.
You can throw creatine in there.
Couple scoops of peanut butter.
You gotta have the milk for sure.
Low fat milk. Depending if you're trying to gain or lose weight, you could throw some ice cream in there.
You go for function over taste.
Put some yogurt in there too. It could either be strawberry or vanilla.
And I'm throwing a little bit of oats in there too, a little oatmeal in there too.
Honestly, I would build a strawberry Hope. You ever had a strawberry Hope from Smoothie King? That's what I would do.
I hate vanilla, so chocolate. Probably you add bananas in it.
Maybe a little bit of banana, but make sure we chop it up good.
A size of a banana because you don't want to put the whole one, then you turn it into a whole banana shake.
A little bit of Greek yogurt and mixing it with some milk or ice cream.
Because you can't do really too much because it's a lot of chocolate, and if you put too much in it, it'll throw the whole flavor off. So I'll say, yeah, keep it basic.
I'm a simple dude. You don't need all the extra stuff.
That's probably the best protein shake there is. You gotta try it. Definitely gotta try it.
Hey everybody, it's three guys with three things from practice number 8, which was in full pads. And we'll start with Mike Wild Thing Spofford. Wild, that's what we call him for short. What do you got?
Well, Larry, a hot practice, a very competitive practice today, and I really liked what I saw from the tight ends. Now, Josiah DeGuara is currently out with a calf injury, but we saw Tyler Davis laying some blocks on the edge in the run game. Luke Musgrave had a decisive win in the one-on-ones with a deep seam route, hauling in the reception. Also had a catch from Jordan Love in the 2-minute drill. And then Tucker Kraft, the other rookie tight end, made a contested catch at the goal line in 2 minutes from Sean Clifford that allowed that drive to set up for a score. Tight ends made their presence felt in this practice. It was fun to watch.
Wes?
Today, Larry, we finally saw the defense doing up-downs because the Packers' offense having success both with the second team unit and the first team, and a big reason for that was Speedy Bo Melton. And I was really impressed by this young man because he comes out, the first series, drops one right in his breadbasket, right? Little stop route. But he comes right back, makes 2 more big catches on that drive to move the ball downfield, and then he even got thrown in there with the ones during the second series. Bo Melton, one of the fastest players on this football team, getting some rep right up the top with these guys.
Guys, whenever the Packers have worn pads, they end the early portion of practice prior to team drills with one-on-ones. And they're one-on-ones all over the field. Receivers versus DBs, inside linebackers versus running backs, and then the big guys working on pass blocking and pass rush. And if that's not competitive enough, Matt LaFleur adds some juice to it by featuring a particular matchup in every group. And those guys will take the first rep. And you talk about something that'll tighten your sphincter a little bit, being the featured guys. And in the offensive line and defensive line today, the featured guys were Rasheed Walker and Kingsley Enagbare. And Matt LaFleur is down there watching the drill up close and personal. You're talking double sphincter. So Rasheed Walker just stonewalls JJ on the first rep. Next rep, JJ and Rasheed, I'd say it was a draw. In the final rep, JJ wins it, Rasheed stopped his feet, and JJ gets around the corner. But you talk about juicing up the competition, the featured matchups do it. And that's three guys with three things. See you next time. Today, broke that big run.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
Basically, it was an open side run, weak side run. And basically, once I had to get the ball, I just had to press my aiming point inside the tackle. And once I seen that 5 technique outside of the tackle had his leverage, forcing me back inside. It was an open gash. All I had to do was put my foot in the ground, get my shoulder square, and just run.
The fact that it was live tackling, make it extra special?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. It's different when you got to strap them up and be able to throw your body into somebody and try to actually make a tackle. That's when everything gets fun, gets competitive. In my opinion, the defense always thinks it's 100% tackle every time we in tag off with and that's not always the case in my mind or in any offensive guy's mind. So when the pass come on, it's time to tackle. You really can tell the difference.
Well, the offense finally won the competition period today. How'd you guys feel about that?
We felt good. It was about time. Defense been getting to us a little bit, but that's okay. We progressing, taking baby steps daily, and that's all it's about, progress. Once we keep making that progress, and we're going to keep winning these competitions.
Tyler, we talked in the offseason how, for whatever reason, your work you did and so forth, you just looked more explosive. You looked really explosive on that.
Yes,
I think it was 35, 40-yard run.
For real?
Yeah.
I ain't feel like it. I ain't gonna lie, my legs was a little tired, but but it's good. It's good to hear from people that my work has paid off. Like I said, back in OTAs, I feel like my work has paid off, and it's good to see it shows.
Hopes, dreams, aspirations for this season?
Yeah, 53. That's the only goal, 53, and that's the only thing on my mind. If I don't make the 53, then it's unacceptable because I'm not trying to be in a position where I'm on practice squad again.
How do you feel about, it's always competitive. I don't care what position you play, but it's competitive in the backfield. Like, how do you deal with that daily? You got to be at your best all the time.
That's the best thing about football. You always want to go out there and be the best player, best athlete you can, and that's what makes it fun. In my opinion, the good thing is that we get to compete against each other and see what they can do with the football, without the football, and how they really work and how much time they put into this game. So I think the competition part of it is fun, just to see in the room and see the guys.
Today, the hottest day of camp so far, longest practice so far.
It was good. I think we were still very competitive out there. Obviously, the offense came out on top. So, that says a lot of great things about us being able to work through those conditions.
As you do those one-on-one drills with DBs, how seriously do you take each and every one of those reps? And as a rookie, how much does that matter?
The goal is to win every rep, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's offense, defense, we're battling against each other, one-on-ones, anything. My job is to make myself better and my teammates better. So I'm just out there competing, trying to win every rep and trying to improve, my teammates as well.
One stood out to me, one rep you won. Can you guess which one it was? You put your hand up and
then I stopped? Yeah.
Did you talk some trash at?
I don't really talk trash, I just go out there and compete, just try to get my teammates better. I executed the route. That was the route I had, and I tried to sell it, make it look like I was going, stopped on a dime, and then, just completed it, finished, and that's how it went.
Do you remember who were you going against on that?
I can't even remember, to be honest. Yep. Appreciate you guys.
Coming up.
Yep.
What have you been told about it? What are your expectations?
I've been told it's a sold-out crowd every time, so I'm looking forward to see it out there. I played in front of a lot of people, being at Michigan State, so I just want to see what it's like being here in Green Bay. So I'm looking forward to the big crowd on Saturday night, and I'm just looking to go out there and compete.
They're going to try to do a whiteout here at Lambeau.
Yeah, I heard. My girlfriend told me. Actually, I didn't even know if it was a theme, and then my girlfriend told me she already had her little outfit or whatever, so I'm looking forward to it.
I asked Sean Clifford about this as well. If he's going to be judging the Penn State whiteout versus what he's going to see on Saturday night. What about you?
I actually played at Penn State, so I've seen it before. I've seen the whiteout and everything. So he'll probably definitely be judging it a little bit. The Penn State whiteout is pretty nice. They get a sold-out crowd, and the crowd gets rocking. So we'll see what it's like Saturday night.
How's your first year gone? Your first training camp? We're 6 practices in.
Yeah.
Obviously, such a young offense, especially at the skill position play.
No doubt. I just think all the guys together. The older guys. They're bringing the younger guys along with us. So that's a big thing for them. They told us the first thing you got to do is know the playbook. They're doing a very good job of leading the way, and we're just following behind them. And they just make everything easier. So
I think it's a good learning process or learning experiences. I think I'm striking the ball well, but some things I just want to clean up, especially, I've missed the left hash too much, so it's something I know and definitely working through. What's up, Colby?
Something we've noticed is the first one seems to go wide a few times. I think that happened a couple times today. The first one went wide right. Yeah. You made the next two. Is that something you've noticed, something that you're working on at all?
Yeah, it's something I'm emphasizing. Trying to keep every kick the same is important, but in a game it's a one-shot kill. So it's something I just need to kind of revisit, kind of look at the technique, but really it's just ball striking and making sure I'm trusting my line. But I felt, in control today. I felt good about the hits I was making, and just got to keep it rolling into, the next day.
You're looking forward to getting out on the Lambeau Field on Saturday night?
Very excited, yeah. Family and I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot of good things. Excited for some field goals and some fireworks. So
is that different for you? Is that you have to kind of account for the wind in the stadium, swirls, maybe things like that? That's different from the practice field.
Yeah, I think the stadium is a little different. It's probably not as strong. I know there's probably some games that it is, but I think with the practice field being pretty open, it's pretty consistent wind, and it's something I rely on guys like Pat, who've been in the stadium and experienced it, just talking through some questions and figuring it out day by day.
You probably not kicked up there yet, right? So you could get out there early, just get tested early.
Exactly, yeah. Definitely going to get out there, get some reps, but again, it's the same kick every time, no matter what post they are, and so treating it that way is important.
How many did you have in your sprints your first year? Do you remember the first year? How many paces?
You're talking about at Auburn?
Yeah, or whatever.
Get Colby over here. I don't think as many as they're expecting here.
So what's that going to be like to walk into a stadium for a practice with 55,000 people watching you and others?
Yeah, it's special. It's exciting. It's what you play for. I know it's not a real game, but getting out in front of your family, your friends, and especially the fans, and just kind of showcasing your talents. You know, I like to entertain, so it's good to be out there. But then again, like, you know, practices, whether they're open or closed, to me it's the same. Obviously, you see the fans, you know there's people watching, but once you get in the zone, it's just you, the holder, and the snap of the ball.
Anders, is there anything you've been able to pinpoint as to why the majority of your misses are?
Yeah. Like you said, the majority's right, and it's really just getting my hips through a little bit better. You know, again, I think I'm striking the ball well, and I'm glad it's one miss that I can just correct and get back on track. So, again, we're about to go to meetings here and watch and see.
Is it concerning at all that a lot of them are on the first rep to you? This isn't a situation where you get mulligans in the real game.
Yeah.
The second and the third, you bang them through every time it's the first one.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, that's the past 2 days, and that's frustrating. But I'm not saying like it's a trend or anything. But obviously, yeah, in a game, it's one shot, one kill. We're just talking about that, and you know, I got to put a better emphasis on it. So.
Rashid, I was just talking to JJ. You guys were like the featured one-on-one today. So, does that add a little juice to it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I got the upper hand. He feel like it was one questionable, but I feel like, to me, it was definitely 3-0, but I'll give him 2-1 on the generous day.
Rashid?
I mean, you know, JJ, anything to help his confidence. I mean, the eye in the sky don't lie. Camera right there, like, you know, we're going to watch it in film. I know for a fact that I won the drill 2-1. He had a very good rush. The last rep he had was one of his better rushes. I will give him that, but
what? 2-1?
You know what I'm saying? JJ getting better every single day. Love competing. He loves to compete. Great player, great person.
Guys, I have to be honest. I scored it 1-1 and 1.
1-1 and 1 even?
Yeah. Basically, I thought Rashid won the first one. I thought the second one was kind of a draw, and the third one you won.
Look, so the second one, that's the one he said he won, but I say, you know, set, punch, reset the rush, he dips under, I turn and run, quarterback steps up. In real life football, quarterback's gonna step up. I expect the right tackle to be doing the same thing I'm doing, running his man around the circle, and JJ, whoever the other side rusher is gonna run into each other.
Kenny to my side, right? Kenny was going to be on that right side, that right 3-set. You know, Kenny, he going to bull some. Quarterback ain't got nowhere to step up. So he's rolling back out. That's a sack in the real game.
I don't really want to put Kenny in this. I'm just
That's
talking
a
about
real game situation.
What happened in the rush.
Either or. I got the quarterback off the spot.
So you guys go against each other all the time anyway. But how do they let you know you're the featured guys? How does that happen?
The team meeting before practice. So they'll let you know it'll be like 3 matchups between, like, I guess, the wide receivers, DB, then linebacker.
And then O-line, D-line.
Yeah. Today was happened to be our matchup.
We go against each other every day.
Yeah.
Every day. We just happen to be they wanted some juice today, so they put us on the big screen.
Sure.
Then we bring the juice.
Do they break that film out for everybody to
watch?
watch?
It's going to start the next team meeting.
We're going to figure it out.
So tomorrow going to be the official vote.
Okay, one last question for you guys. You know, one-on-one, it's just a drill, but there's a little something extra because it's one-on-one, isn't there?
Somewhat. It's a drill that we know is between, like today, like days where there's some questionable calls. Some people might think they win, some people might think they lost, whatever. But it's a drill mano a mano, and no excuses, you know. It's you and the other dude, so you trying to win as clear as possible and clean as possible, so it won't be no dispute, but yeah.
Rashid, how you feel about one-on-ones?
I just feel like as a competitor, like when you get called out, you gotta take it personal. So it's always gonna be a little bit more chippy, especially when the matchups are called out. So you know what I'm saying? If you're a competitor, you understand.
Physical brand of football with some live tackling in that final period today. I know the first team didn't do as much of that. What's it like when you see that in practice? Because it doesn't happen every day.
It's always good, you know, especially like a lot of those guys that were playing were younger guys. You know, it's good to see them, you know, have the competitive spirit, go after each other, you know, and they really established like that football, you know, mindset, you know, in the NFL with NFL play calling, NFL cadence, and NFL look. So it was good. It was good to see.
In terms of the offense winning today, how did they score that? I know there was a split on the 2-minute drills, and it looked like it might have been a split on the periods after. What was the defining moment to give the offense today?
I think we had like a 4-minute drill that like For the most part, the offense won, so that was the competition. It was more so the 4-minute drill than the 2-minute drill. So, we got that dub today. It was a good feeling. Yeah.
Who gets the vote on that? I mean, who gets the final word on that?
I think the coaches. Yeah, but they usually look over the tape and then. But for now, it was clearly shown that the offense won that 4-minute drill. So it was good to see the defense do up downs finally. Yeah.
A lot of people looked at the forecast and thought, oh, this might be a day the Packers go a little less. No, one of longer practices. How did it feel? Did you know that coming in?
Yeah, I knew it was
What was the
gonna be
mindset
hot.
of the coaches then?
No, it was pretty much, offense, have to establish their identity, as the season goes on or as we get into preseason. But, I would want to practice on the hottest day, It'll be good for me to mentally focus, past how, for me, it's like the much challenge I can get, I want to do that, So I make sure for myself I'm good and, all the guys around me are also good. So, it was good that we practiced today at 90 degrees.
Is there a lot of growth that happens on a day like today, or do you just find out something about your teammates?
I mean, there's always growth that needs to be had, if you do, if you win a rep or lose a rep at the same time, even if you didn't do well today, it's an opportunity to look back on the film and get better the next day. But, if you did, it's like, how can you build from that? So, yeah.
What successes do you feel like you've stacked so far in camp?
I think for me, it being year 5, for me, just every day finding a way to get better at something still. Football is a game of imperfection, but, we try to critique ourselves every day. So it being year 5, for me, it's learning how to play both tackles really, really well. That's where I'm at right now.
How do you feel you've managed that so far this training camp with head coach Matt LaFleur shuffling you all across the line, it seems like, every day?
I think I've been doing pretty well. As every player their own critique or their own criticizer, I feel like I can still do better in some areas, but I'm taking it one day at a time. So
there's a lot of competition on the line. What is it like in that room right now? I know we're still early in camp.
I think in the room right now, guys are learning. We're all trying to play cohesively together within the mix and matching, but I think the most growth is individually making sure that guys know what they have to do when they play their position and how we can do that collectively as an offensive line. So.
And beyond just you, is it just trying to figure out where people are best at? Is that you guys still trying to figure out what the best 5 is?
I think right now we're just playing football, and every day we're taking a challenge to, if I play left, I play left, I play right, I play right, and for guys it's like, okay, this is what I got to do for today, but we'll see come, preseason and week 1, so.
How excited are you for family night in a couple days?
Super excited. My mom's in town, and she'll be there. She'll be there on see the fireworks. It'll be her first family night, so it should be really exciting.
And what is it about family night that brings something different out of the guys? It's obviously cool to be in Lambeau, cool to be in front of the fans.
Yeah, it's like almost like a game experience, but we're going against each other. But it's always good to see the fans in Lambeau. The energy is always really good. I think the energy factor is always good. So.
I think the last spring game I played in was 75, 80,000 people. Penn State brings it just like Green Bay. Yeah. It reminds me, I keep saying it, but it does remind me a lot of this place, so it's very cool.
Thanks. Mm-hmm. So winning those games in practice is cool, but it's still only practice. But have you always treated it like that, or is that being in the NFL pressure, that kind of thing? Have you always treated it like a game?
It's every single day is a game day for me. And for everybody, we were running up to do one-on-ones with the running backs and the linebackers, and Coach Serm saying this is a game day. This is not practice. This is a game day. So it's always that mindset because we watched a Kobe Bryant clip today in team meeting before we went out, and he was talking about how if you make practices harder than the games will come easy. Yeah. And I think we do that here. We work really, really hard in practice. So when the bullets start flying and there's a bunch of different looks, I think that it allows you to slow down a little bit in the game itself. So yeah, I've always taken that approach from really high school,
Good
college, and now.
Habits carry over.
Of course.
Yeah.
I apologize for your absence, but do you know what you're going to play on Saturday? Like what the plan is for the quarterbacks on Saturday?
I do not. No, I usually learn exactly what I'm going to be doing about 2 hours before practice. But study the script and study everything the same way as if you're getting every rep and make sure that you're prepared. That's the name of the game, really.
do you look at it any more than as far as the backups trying to earn more playing time in the preseason? You know, there's only so many snaps to get around. Do you feel like this? Do you put a little bit higher stock in Saturday's, you know, quote unquote practice as compared to a normal practice? Any extra on Saturday as far as trying to earn that playing time?
No, you have to approach every day the same with the mentality to get better. First and foremost, you're battling yourself and making sure, because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So being able to be on your A game every single day, get a good night's sleep, come in and be ready to work and have a love for the game as well. I mean, this is a game at the end of the day, and you got to remind yourself of that. So being able to come in, don't put any unnecessary pressure on yourself. You know, you're playing football for a living, and it's a lot of fun. So just going to do that, and that's way above my pay grade. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep playing.
8 practices, and is it about what you thought it'd be?
Yeah, I would say so. The defense gives a lot of great looks, and they're just continuing to not only make myself better, but I feel like the offense better. Coach Barry and the defense has been presenting a lot of different blitzes and a lot of different coverages, ones that never saw at Penn State. So being able to see it, sometimes you're going to mess up, and then being able to say, okay, I'm not going to make that mistake twice. I've seen it, and I can kind of bank that rep. And then the same if the full 50 in your head of what you'd be able to do.
Sean, is there an art to putting finesse on the ball?
An art to putting finesse on the ball? I guess. I've always been more of a natural passer, I would say, when it comes to just kind of throw it and want to be as accurate as possible. But yeah, there's definitely an art. I feel like that's something you work on in the off season with people, being able to try new mechanics and see what works, see what doesn't work. The way I throw the ball right now is going to be probably the way I throw the ball for a long, long time, because I'm not really going to switch much. But being able to see different arm angles, and Jordan makes, yesterday or 2 days ago, made a hell of a throw to Reed, and his arm angle was sidearm, but the way that he got his body through, just being able to see little things like that and trying to say, okay, how can I replicate that and bring that to my game as well? So there's definitely a way to have finesse, but I think it's more you just got to kind of do it naturally sometimes as well.
You guys get a win today. How good did that feel?
It felt good. I mean, I think that it was a nice situation for us to be in. Obviously, it was 4-minute mode, so that means we're up in the game. We're just trying to seal the deal, and we had faith in our guys up front and faith in our guys in the backfield, and it was good to get a win.
Was there kind of a feel of relief at the end of it that you got to watch them do the up down instead of doing it?
For sure, but I mean, for me, I feel like every single period is a competition period. I feel like I want to win every single period of the day, regardless of if it's labeled a competition period. And I still think we can be even better. So I mean, that's just what I'm going off of, and I just gotta continue to try to win more of those periods throughout the day.
Matt LaFleur talked about tempo, and now you guys have a little bit more of that. What have you guys been trying to figure out this first week with such a young offense in regards to that?
Well, I mean, I think it really just came down to finding the competitive spirit in guys, and just wanting to go out there and compete each and every play. Obviously there's going to be a tempo to the offense, but just being able to be, as quick in and out of the huddle as possible, and be deliberate, whether you're tired or not, and just going out there and just playing as fast as possible.
Have you been trying to figure that out? Do you feel like you guys have that in your grasp, I guess, at this point?
I mean, for sure. I think that's something that is, huge in terms of, gaining that throughout training camp. I mean, it's not, instant. It takes a while to get up to, game speed and where we want to be week one. So, I mean, I just think that's something that'll continue to grow. Obviously we're trying to push it as fast as we can, but it'll be something that grows as camp goes on.
looked like a pretty physical day out there today too, even live tackling at the end. I know the ones didn't do that, but how'd that feel to get out there and bang around a little bit?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's always good whenever we get to, put the full pads on and go out there and thud up a little bit. It definitely, turns that, competitiveness up a notch. But we're playing football. It's a physical game, so, as much, realistic, gameplay as we can get is, or as much gameplay physical gameplay as we can get as possible. We like all of that.
Looking forward to Saturday night, getting out at Lambeau for the first time this year?
Yeah, no, for sure. I missed it last year, so just being able to go out there and ball out and just play and compete in front of our fans is going to be fun.
It'll be the first time too for Jordan that he runs out of that tunnel as the guy this year. I don't want you to speak for him, but is that kind of a cool moment for you as an offense to go out there with the new quarterback of the future for the first time?
For sure. We're here with him every step of the way. So we're taking all of those moments and cherishing those ones a little bit. We're with him, right alongside him throughout this process. So it'll be fun to see that.
We talk a lot about Jordan. What have you seen from the other three guys in that quarterback room?
We're looking solid. I think a lot of the guys are coming along really well. Obviously all of them have really strong arms. I think that, J Love, having been behind 12 for a couple of years, he has a lot of knowledge and wisdom to pass down to them. I think they're in a good spot.
Speaking of that development, Malik had a really good day today. What were your thoughts on that?
I think all of the young guys are really coming along. I think Malik definitely has that, competitiveness and that spirit in him. He wants to be dominant every single time he's out there. He gets really upset when he doesn't make a play that he wants to make, and that's exactly what you want in the young guys, guys who are willing to come out there and compete. Little hesitation, and I definitely see that in him.
I know this is only year 2 for you, but how do you feel you've been a leader so far in this room?
I'm just trying to bring those guys, along with me as much as I can. We're only as strong as our weakest link in that room. I feel like for one of us to be successful, we all kind of have to be being successful. So the more guys that we can kind of rally around and bring them up to speed, the better off we'll all be.
You talk about the young guys, but kind of ping-ponging off of that, this is only your second year. Do you feel like with all of the first and second year players in there that you can all kind of grow together as NFL wide receivers?
For sure. I think as an offense as a whole, I think that we can all do that. I think that's one of the biggest things throughout this training camp is just growth. Learning from each other's mistakes. We obviously got a lot of youth, so the faster that we can make one mistake and try not to make that one again, the faster we can move along, the better off we'll be.
Bring what you got. I'm going to the top. I'm going to the top. Are you ready? Is you ready? You say you ready. Whole squad ready. Is you ready? Are you ready? Is you ready?